Hello everybody, I'm back. I'm using the camera built-in audio because I'm going to be using my camera very shortly, so there's no point me setting it up just for this. And let's crack on with week 33, I believe. I'm starting to lose count. I've not been on the channel in a while, to be honest, other than to upload a video, but I've not been looking at the titles or my statistics. I've just sort of been avoiding it recently. I've had too much going on. So what's been going on? Bad news first. I submitted Jahan Week to a film festival, didn't get accepted, but that's alright, we'll get them next time. Good news, the rough cut for Samson is done and uploaded unlisted to YouTube, so I've been sending it off to people to get some peer reviews, and I've sent it off to the Music Man to get some work done there. So now that the film stuff is out of the way, the good stuff of, oh, Samson, that's fun, we're going to move on to what I've been doing. So I've been very, very busy with filming Samson. That was, Rhett came over Wednesday night with Dan and stayed till Sunday, and Ray came over Friday to Sunday as well. So we were very, very busy. And then after that, when they all left and filming was done, I was severely burnt out. And not burnt out from film, but burnt out from people. So I just needed that break, and I spent a few days just in my room. It sounds self-destructive, but I really needed it. Just in my room doing fuck all other than working on writing and learning a few things. And that was really helpful. In the meantime, I went back to a lecture, and this year of uni has been quite shit, to be honest. It's more screen studies. So I'm on a bit of a strike when it comes to uni lectures at the minute, but the films inside uni have been going on. I'm still working on that. I'm committing to that. My gripe isn't with the filmmakers and all that, it's with the uni itself, and I can be professional in that sort of sense. So I'm still very excited for Scales. I'm still all in on it. And this Sunday I also have some filming being done, which is tomorrow now actually. I'm helping out one of the first years with one of her films, so that's going to be quite fun. What else? I've had a family issue, so I've been also around, not very much. It's kept me quite busy, to be honest. Big problem, but it'll be fine, I'm sure, in the end. So there's the life out the way. What have I actually been doing though in this time? Not going to lectures, dealing with family, taking a break. Well, this little underexposed person right there, and that there is my film research slides. And this is a slides document that I've been having going on for about 2 years now, and it is just everything I need to know about film to help me write better and film better and all that, and it needs a lot of development still. So today I'm learning on my biggest flaw when it comes to my writing, which is character creation and development. I'm doing loads and loads of research into how to write good characters, flesh them out, and make the audience connect with them. That's my biggest issue. All my films seem to be quite linear and 2D, as this video was explaining, and now I want to make them 3D, even though they're not, but three-dimensional characters. And that's the work I'm putting in right now. But as soon as that's done, I'm going to take this camera and practice some framing, some cinematography techniques, because that is another skill I'm lacking in. Even though I don't want to be a cinematographer, it is really obviously good for me to know all my angles and stuff like that. So I'm going to work on that for a bit, which is very exciting actually. I'm looking forward to it. I was inspired by that clip surfacing around of Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think it's David Fincher, doing the camera test where he's lighting up the cigar and all that. And it was like, yeah, that's a cool idea. Just sort of test your camera, see what it can do. Because I've had this camera for about 2 years now. I've seen its framing and its sizing and all that, but it's more the care of putting things into the shot and all that I need to focus on, and making everything look pretty. So I'm going to do a few slides of that. What I want to do that sounds like quite fun is pick a few simple but nice looking shots from films I like and just recreate them, and maybe I'll show a few of them next week. But other than that, I've really not been up to much because we're in post-production for Samson, and that's a lot of work. I mean, it's not much work for me, it's more work for Rhett and Sam, but I've got to be on top of it every step of the way and keep my eye on it. I've been doing the BTS as well slowly, so it's still a lot of work for a lot of people, and it should come out, I say another month and it might be ready. It depends on Sam and his music. This time I really don't want to rush it, so this film may even come out around Christmas time, who knows. There's no guarantee. There is another thing, me and Rhett were talking about guerrilla marketing, and that was a really fun conversation. We were planning something to do next summer. It was like coming up with the idea because we did the, when I went on my holiday back in like week 25, 26 or something, when I got back, we went to the Radiohead exhibit just as we left, and there were some really cool things, and one of the sections was about Radiohead's guerrilla marketing, and we wanted to take inspiration from that for our films. And it was really fun, just sat there, me and Rhett brainstorming about how we could make a film, and then do marketing based off the film and like link it together so that if people, I don't want to reveal too much, but if people see this sort of secret marketing spread around, it will be this exclusive thing, but then people will want to share it because everyone wants to be in that 1% secret club. And that's sort of what we're all basing it around. And one of the reasons I know Rhett wants to do it is because it involves a big road trip around the country. So that'll be a lot of fun, just driving up and down to different cities and towns. I'm very excited for that. But other than that, I really don't think there's much to cover because I've really not been doing much physically when it comes to filming. But we did that. We did the 4 days of it. It was good, but it was rough. Not when it comes to the filming, but like the activity of doing that was rough. It was a long time, but I made some very good memories and we all had a lot of fun. So now's my sort of in-between filmmaking gap where I sort of learn a bit, work on some things. There's my third year script that I'm going to do a big rewrite of after I've finished my character development, because I mean, I've watched 2 5-minute videos so far and I already want to change that script so much to develop these characters and maybe flesh them out a bit more, even though it is a shorter film. Because when I do my stories, it's more random people as the characters, and all these things happen to them, and the story is focused more on the events that happen, and it shows that I can go, oh, wouldn't it be funny if this happened, and then I make it happen. But I now want to make it more specific to a character and tie in the funny events that happen to them actually relate to the character and that sort of thing. So the second draft of my script is going to be completely different to the first one, I'm pretty sure. Although there are some scenes that I want to keep in because I really want to film some of the scenes I've written down. It looks like quite a bit of fun. So yeah, there's that really. I think that's all I can leave you with this week, because it is just research, which is really good in this industry. You got to do your research, you got to learn. That's your best tool, as we've been told at uni. So make sure this week, anyone who watches this, you go do some research, watch some of your films back, pick out one of your flaws, go into, look into how you can fix that. I feel like that's my advice to you for the week, because that's what I've not been doing, and it's clearly affecting my work. I'm even getting a bit sick of my own films now. I feel like they're all a bit too samey, and I want to spice it up but still stick with the comedy. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, one more thing before I go. the guy who directed Be My Cat, a film for Anne, I got into contact with him, and we're scheduling a Q&A next month. So I'll let you know how that goes. I won't film it or anything. I want this to just be more of a personal thing for me to ask him some things that I want to know. But I'll let you know how that goes. Go check out Be My Cat, a film for Anne, and some of his other films. I need to do that before the interview. And yeah, that's pretty cool, and it'll be a good contact to have in the future. I'm very excited to see how this interview goes, see if it can get me some work or something like that. Who knows? No guarantees, but as long as I keep my cool, be professional, I'm sure it should be alright. So I'm going to leave it there as probably one of my longer vlogs, actually. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you're all looking forward to Samson. We'll do some trailers pretty soon, and I'll see you all next week with some new stuff, hopefully. We'll see. My life is starting to kick back into gear again with film. I've got, I think, 2 scripts that I've been sent that I need to read, and then I need to start doing a shooting schedule for a film and all this stuff, but I'm very excited to do that. This is not complaining by any means. So thank you all, and I will see you all next time when I've done some actual work.